Nice to have you all here. I think I'm back to the correct slide now. Beginning here, the first reason that a lot of people will ask is they see SNAPTRACK and they either understand it immediately or they say, why did you do that? Because it's different than the legacy screenies, and the legacy screenies in itself is an excellent, reliable product for attaching screens to a screen structure, traditional screen port structure. The reason we landed on SNAPTRACK, the biggest reason is that architects find screws offensive or exposed screws offensive. We ultimately came up with a SNAPTRACK system, and we discovered along the way that it is actually stronger than screenies, than the original screenies, and it's because you have two different stress points. With SNAPTRACK, you're pulling against the shear strength of the screw, which is horizontally against the screw, instead of with the original screenies, it's the pull strength of the screw sticking into the structure, screwing into the wood or the concrete or whatever it might be. So the SNAPTRACK has a very low profile. It allows us the same versatility as the original screenies, but there are some differences, so we'll proceed with that. The primary difference, or one of the major differences, is that we only extrude the SNAPTRACK in 8-foot lengths. Reason being is it's before it's attached to the structure, it's rather flimsy. A 12-foot piece was just too unwieldy, and we thought there'd be a greater risk of damage and shipment, so we only do it in the 8-foot lengths, where the legacy screenies is produced in 8 and 12-foot lengths. The SNAPTRACK itself is shipped in a 5-piece tube, the same way the screenies is, and it comes with the screws, color coordinated. One of the main features is that the screw head had to be not only hidden under the cap, but it had to be have a hole. The pilot hole had to be chamfered to receive the flathead screw, so that when the system was being installed, the screen didn't tear on the top of the screw head. Our normal screw head is a panhead type washer combination screw, and so we needed something that was flat. So we had to have this recessed into the metal. These are at every 8 inches, so this is a great labor saver, because normally we suggest people pre-drill the legacy screenies. So this gives you the opportunity of almost no matter where you cut it, you've got the screw hole pretty close to where you need it. And since it's a horizontal stress point, it's not as important to have it 2 inches from the end as it is with the legacy screenies, because that is a tendency to pull up and away from the structure. This does not. One of the great things about the SNAPTRACK is it's a little easier to cut because it doesn't have the leg on it, but it works with the plinth. You can miter it, as you see on the right. So no matter how you decide to put it in, whether it's on the inside or outside, you can use the corner plinth or the mitered corners. Some of the additional features, and I've already mentioned the pre-drilled holes. The screws are stainless steel. It's flexible enough, and it's almost any design you can dream up, you can screen. Very low profile, sleek design, and it works with the plinth corner. And even though we only do it at 8-foot lengths, you can still do 150 square foot openings with it. You can splice it. It's just like any piece of trim. If you were doing a 2-part crown mold system, you would stagger your joints. And on the lighter colors, the white clay and sand, we would suggest that you stagger the joint. On the bronze, it really doesn't make any difference. You can just butt an 8-foot piece to an 8-foot piece, and it goes away just because of the color, the nature of the color. Here's some framing diagrams. Here again, this would be exactly like the legacy screenies. On an exterior mount, you're on the corners. On an interior mount, you still need on your inside corner post an extra member installed here and here, whether it's the legacy or the SNAPTRACK. You still need this additional framing. So Some people would just fill this whole section out or bring it out a little bit further and do it, but you do need some additional framing, whereas if you're installing it on the exterior, on both products, you don't need anything. You can just go from corner to this corner and from the outside corner over here to your next column. Our legacy screening is quite strong, but we were amazed when we realized the strength that the SNAPTRACK had. We didn't start off with a stack this high, but we added 4 or 5 pallets every day for a few days until we got up to 620 pounds and left it there for 7 days. And the screen did not pull out of the system. Screws didn't pull out. And so it stayed intact the entire time. This gives you an idea of an installed product. Obviously, this is a little demo frame about 12 inches by 12 inches. If you install it, and we'll call this on the installation side, you see the hardware. From the opposite side, you don't see anything but screen fabric. So on a large opening, 150 square feet, 100 square feet, 80 square feet, you've really got a remarkable view. You'll get a little bit of the screen, but it's as clean as appearance as you can possibly get on the market. I don't think there's another screen system that you can do this with. This gives you a good little picture of the plinth installed in the corner miter cut, nice clean cut. And here's some outside views. We've got the SNAPTRACK and the inside view. This is, of course, has been installed on the outside, and it looks like it didn't really need fall protection. I'm not sure, but they went ahead and put the screenies up or the SNAPTRACK up, sorry, and then installed their fall protection with a cable system. It's a nice clean look. I'm going to go to the next slide and turn this back over to Lauren.